What up? We on?
Yeah, we on.
Fucking A, we on. It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios, and it is WTF Wednesday. I'm here with Corey Cobain.
I'm here.
Motherfucking Greg.
What up?
And special guest tonight, motherfucking John Dante.
How y'all doing?
One of our local fucking prodigies out here. He got all kind of shit, we're going to be out here talking about, but, he got a new album he said he was coming out with soon.
Working on it right now.
Fucking A.
Got some stuff coming.
Here, and we're sitting there sapping on some Jumanji sake. No, it ain't called Jumanji, but Jumanji. Yeah, we're just gonna call it Jumanji. Jumanji fucky. That's what the front of the bottle says to a stoner. Yeah, pass that shit the fuck down, man. I got a big old glass. I don't deal with shots, especially shut the.
They all the same.
Oh, the world just heard your vagina hurt. It was just a.
Yeah.
Ain't bad. It's like real light.
Tastes like a bit of wine.
Rice wine.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't taste the bitterness to it. It actually tastes pretty good with the fucking burger. It went well with the burgers.
Cheeseburgers and sake. It's the way to be. It's a nice.
Yeah, but you know what?
Dinner
As
wine.
light as that is, that shit is 16% alcohol. So we might be a little banged up by the bottom of this bottle here.
I don't care for the aftertaste, that's for sure.
That's why you're supposed to eat a burger. Take a burger, motherfucker. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta apologize. The reason why we're starting off late is because the fucking people down, I ain't gonna say from where or what Burger King, but the people down at Burger King, slow as fuck on making a goddamn burger. At this time of night, the burgers that are sitting out are usually kind of, sitting under the light and shit for hours. So in order to get you a fresh burger, you gotta order like extra pickles. So, yeah, but still, it shouldn't take.
So it was a special order.
Yeah.
A dozen cheeseburgers and some sake. Cheers to that.
That's it, man. Fuck. But yeah, so to get us some fresh burgers, I guess I had to wait till they murdered the cow and all that. Nevertheless, got us burgers. Shit. And then the sake, we just wanted to try something different. I still got the bottle of Jack Daniels in my backpack just in case, and Coca-Cola, and a cooler of beer. But who knows? So we got any new news besides our fucking prodigy sitting here?
Not right offhand, but there is some stuff in the working. So stay tuned, that's for sure.
That fucking helped.
I ain't got nothing right now.
I got nothing, man. I just got nothing. So, we're gonna catch John with his mouth full of burger here.
We're gonna do that.
What's gonna be the name of your new album? We figured out yet?
So that's what we're looking at, right? The last album was called Truth, which is pretty cool. I've been kicking around some different album title ideas. I like the title 2020 Vision because it's going to be the new year, but I might save that one. I'm thinking about recording another album after this one. This one's been pretty mellow, garage rocky, proto-punk is sort of the word. I'm thinking about doing a companion title to Truth and calling it Lies or The Great White Lie or something, so that they
Alternative Truth or
Alternative
fake news.
Fake news. Fake news could be a title. Yeah. That could be a title too. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. It might come out before the year is up, depending on how fast I'm able to work. But with how long it takes to upload it, it'll probably be next year by the time it ends up hitting. Usually February is not a bad time to get the album out by the time it's mixed and mastered and released to everybody on Spotify.
Oh yeah. And then breaking into the springtime and all your fests are hitting out. So
exactly, you can break out the new songs. We did play a couple new ones live, and people liked them so far. They're asking about them, so I'm just trying to get it out as fast as possible. Yeah. So that's been cool. There was another cool working album title we had, but I can't remember what that one was either.
I don't know why this name has been stuck in my head ever since I heard it, but it's got to be used for something other than a president. Booty Judge.
This shit is
He said this shit again.
Me and my kids,
a judge that does a booty job,
No,
or is it a judge of the booty?
That's a dude who's running for president, and he's never gonna make it on his name alone.
His name's Booty Judge?
I thought he was fucking with me. Yeah, he
I was very... So
looked it up.
Booty Judge.
He's actually up in a couple of polls above Warren and fucking Biden.
Just because
Booty
of his name.
Judge.
I would vote for him on that alone.
Booty Judge for president.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't.
President Booty.
President Booty Judge. No, I'd formal Booty Judge. The Honorable President Booty Judge. That'll be Booty Judge 1, flying through the air.
Who was the one at the last one? There was a funny one last year, or not last year, but last term, when Trump was running the first time. There was a funny president.
There was a Plumber Joe one time, wasn't there? He was
Yeah.
trying to run.
Yeah, but I don't think that was it.
No, I think Plumber Joe was against Obama.
Yeah.
I don't care, man. Booty Judge, and then the other idiot, I don't even think she's running anymore. I think she just dropped out and astroplaned herself to some other place. Like when she did her first little campaign speeches and shit, she was like, and Trump is full of hate, and the only way we can stop hate is with love and with flowers and hope. And I'm like, bitch, did you just time warp from Woodstock? Did the trip just come down? What the hell is wrong with you? I mean, you can believe and want that shit, but keep that shit in the house, or somebody's gonna have you fucking committed.
Politics is brutal.
I mean, Jesus. Trump speaks the truth, and they think he's a nut job.
Shit show 2020 is coming, though. I
Oh,
keep telling everyone
dude,
that. I keep
dude.
asking me about it. I'm like, we're a whole year away, though, before we actually have to
Oh,
talk
it's gonna
about
be
it.
great, dude. It's gonna be fucking great.
It is going to be a ridiculous 6 to 12 months.
I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah.
a debate where Hillary actually throws herself into it, and she gets on stage with Tulsi Gabbard. I think Tulsi Gabbard's gonna snap and beat her ass right there on stage. She done called a fucking Marine a goddamn Nazi and an agent of the Russians and all this shit. Tulsi Gabbard was fucking going off. Oh my god. And she's like a real deal combat vet. Like that bitch. I believe that, you know, unless Hillary got her snipers out, fucking Tulsi gonna get her. And what they gonna do? They gonna assassinate Tulsi right there on fucking public in a debate?
Probably.
That would be the one debate I'd fucking watch, no lie. To see Tulsi Gabbard and Hillary Clinton go at it, shit. I'm talking arm bars and fucking chokeholds.
No holds barred. That's how they should do the next election. It should just be a round robin style
That and I'd love to
wrestling
see.
match.
I
You
would
can
love
see
to
the
see
best
Donald
candidates and
Trump
everything.
in the ring with Joe Biden. Because cats don't think like they don't
Like
remember
just
when
boxing or like an
no,
octagon?
just straight like octagon, like
Octagon
WWF.
style.
Fucking no, fuck that WWF old school.
Like ECW?
Yeah, like
Okay,
fucking
like a cage
bats
match.
with
Like that.
barbed wire shit. Yeah, old school.
Honestly, it's hard to say. I think that, you know, Donald Trump does have the experience of being on the wrestling mat
Yeah,
before.
I've seen it.
So that's
I talk
a tough
about it all
one.
the time.
That would be a tough one, but you
I
know,
actually just posted a
I
meme
feel
where he
like-
tossed down McMahon and started drilling him in the grill.
That mean?
I'm pretty sure Joe Biden's the type of guy that would hit you in the back of the head with a chair. I think so.
I think Joe Biden be over there kissing on somebody's granddaughter. No, not even paying attention to what the hell's going on in the ring. You see Crazy Joe, he sat down on the chair and he was like, "How you doing, little girl?" "My name is Crazy Joe." And all of a sudden here comes Trump jumping off the fucking turnbuckle.
Be careful. I know a couple people that line works for.
Yeah.
And it does. They're like, hey, crazy. Are you crazy? No. Good times. Good times.
They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they call me Batman. Remember that shit? That come from old Morgan Freeman movie, Lean on Me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that shit.
You smoke crack cocaine, don't you?
They was playing this on the Wii channel.
Hell yeah, that's some old shit. He was going. He was a
Hard
principal.
market.
He was walking around the school with a baseball bat.
I did not seen that movie.
Oh, it was an awesome fucking movie. Awesome.
Hey, who was it when you showed me that, Greg? it might not be the same dude when you show me when he smacked the bitch. Was that Morgan Freeman?
No, that was, yeah, I think it was Morgan Freeman.
It what?
I can't remember what movie it was.
Not the Tina Turner movie. That wasn't Morgan Freeman.
No.
That was Lawrence Fishburne.
He was young in this movie.
He was young as fuck, but he turned around and
but
smacked
he was talking to somebody, and his wife or his girlfriend or whatever was standing there, and he was just going off.
Oh no, Morgan Freeman done played God.
That's
I ain't never seen him smack a bitch.
But no, fucking.
I done seen fucking Samuel Jackson smack a bitch.
No,
I done seen fucking Lawrence Fishburne. He was the ghetto's dad for a while when Boys in the Hood came out.
That might be actually who it was Samuel L. Jackson.
No, it wasn't.
Was it?
Oh, Samuel Jackson used to beat the fuck out of Christina Ricci in Black Snake Moan. I only watched pieces of it. I was confused. I didn't know if she was just some little slut being fucked by the black dude, or the black dude was trying to get her unslutified, or what the fuck was going on.
Well, something had to do with him playing blues guitar.
It
was very bizarre.
Yeah, it was just odd. It was like
Something about her trying to get unslutified.
yeah, like
That
it was
movie
like
was very.
he trying to
very
pull
bizarre.
the slut out her.
With the blues guitar. He's like, I
It's
know.
like the Crossroads.
I know about it. Because do you remember that movie? She like hung out and her boyfriend was gone, and then she was all hanging out there, and she was chained to the radiator, and then he played blues guitar, and then somehow that like cured her sluttiness, or
Hey.
it freed it. It was some sort of exorcism.
Maybe they made her smoke the whole pack. You know what I'm saying? It happens sometimes, I guess.
That's 20. It's 20 cigarettes.
That's 20 cocks. That's smoking the whole pack. And if anybody deserves a beer after that, she does. Terrible. But yeah, how about the guy was on the way here? Actually, I seen it going to I thought you was passing the liquor store. I thought it was gonna be some bullshit on Pelosi's son, like political type bullshit. Dude, there is some kind of Asian chick who is suing not only Pelosi's son, like a whole, like I don't know exactly the whole shimdiggle of it, but for defrauding her out of her parents' property and then turning it into a fucking drug and whorehouse. Like, and this is real. It's all documented in the fucking.
Was this in Washington?
Was it posted? It was on OAN. One American News.
I did not see that.
Oh, dude, like I said, on the way here, I saw it. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This got nothing to do with the impeachment. This motherfucker got a whorehouse. So, like, I'm thinking that this is going to bleed into the Epstein shit with the trafficking.
Maybe possibly.
And that was that. I think the case was filed in San Diego, I think. The way the report sounded, he was seeing this chick or whatever. He had a couple kids by this chick. He had children's services come and take her kids. All this shit, man. It's crazy. Like, let's see if I pull that shit up if I just watched it. But she was a pretty looking Asian girl too.
No, he was standing there talking to
Wow.
her.
That I did not hear. I always wonder if I believe anything I hear on the news anyway sometimes.
Well,
I'm
see,
like,
OAN, I do,
What?
like, I listen to all different, like, newses, because I don't really trust that shit either. I mean, I'll literally watch a flipping, live coverage of something, and then I'll go and watch Fox, and it has a little differences here and there, and then I'll go and watch CNN, and there's more differences there, and then the other people report off of them, so then they throw in their whole little shit. So by the time you get to like MSNBC or ABC, like they got nothing of what the fuck really happened
of the real story.
So, like, I'll watch RT News, which is a Russian news. I'll watch Sky News, which is European news. You know, Al Jazeera, shit like that. OAN's a good one because they're like a totally non, partisan or whatever. And Epic Times, they're actually, them motherfuckers, they want them, like the people of Hong Kong or the Asians over there want them fuckers dead. Like, they try to burn down their press like 2-3 times. It just happened. They got video of it.
Really? Is that over in China?
Yeah.
What's going on over there right now? They still having protests?
there's all kind of, like, they don't want to be, like, back in the fucking, early 13th century with the dynasties anymore,
Right.
They're finally, like, they got all this technology, and they're like, look, these fuckers over there got half the shit we got, and they can do what the fuck we want while we still got to register to have a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, fuck.
A lot of people in China, though. There's a lot of them over there.
Yeah,
It's a big country.
there's a bunch of little Asians over there. I mean, and then aren't they? They're like spreading off into the ocean, making their own islands.
Are they terraforming islands now?
Yeah, they're making their own fucking islands out there, and they're putting bases on there.
Really?
Like, and they're going, I guess, getting closer and closer to, what is it, Taiwan or whatever over there.
Interesting.
Where there's an American base, and they're just kind of like making their fucking little islands everywhere.
And we're just like,
No, we've been bitching about it, but what the fuck? Nobody knows. But
right. What's
2 years
actually
ago,
going on?
China revamped their whole, because they were the most under technological army in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Up until about 2 years ago, they totally revamped that. Like they have real deal GI Joe weapons, like laser guns, like pew pew laser guns. like they really have this shit. Their military has this shit. While we're still fucking, trying to figure out whether our military really has the rail guns, which we've had back since the 80s. These motherfuckers got real fucking laser guns.
That's interesting.
You're gonna see a fucking, a ninja pop out with a lightsaber one day. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Chinese ninja with a lightsaber.
Dude, we just jumped into the fucking movies.
They got Iron Man and everything over there.
See, we got the real deal Iron Man suits that the Americans have. Here goes. Paul Pelosi Jr. faces allegation of abuse and fraud and all kind of other bullshit.
Damn.
We ain't gonna play it on here, but I'm gonna show John this link here so he can catch this shit later. Don't nobody want to see this fucking dumb bitch. I think I might have even shared it on my Facebook page. But yeah, they got some dumb shit with a filter. You know how the commercials go through. Maybe I'll play it for you when we go on a break.
Interesting.
But yeah, dude, it's like, I thought it was like, again, gonna be like the Hunter Biden shit. Oh, dude was in a company and there's all kind of corrupt. Yeah, we know that always happens.
Interesting.
But
it's hard to get to the bottom of any conspiracy.
yeah, that right there is kind of, even if it's not true, there's got to be some kind of rootness in there. There's always some kind
There's
of
always a
truth
grain
rooted
of
in it.
truth
Yeah.
to anything that you hear. Really.
And I'm really curious on because all that is bad right there.
Right.
That's like bad all the way around. I mean, there's dope in there. There's fucking human trafficking in there. There's fucking beating her ass in there. There's taking her kids in there.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Shit.
That's the U.S. government for you.
Yeah, and that's Pelosi's
Drugs,
baby
human
boy.
trafficking, and violence.
That's Pelosi's baby boy.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't follow politics as much because it is definitely hard to make heads or tails of what's coming out. Even if you try and pick a side, it's worse.
Yeah, you gotta everything you hear, you gotta at least wait 2 days. Let it chill for 2 days, because if you start flying off the handle on shit that you just seen on any fucking news network, 20 minutes later it's gonna change. It's gonna get redacted. Oh, this was just like that whole bombing of the Syria or the Kurdish people that Americans did, and we just murdered all these people. Then all of a sudden, they made a mistake. It was actually a training video down in Georgia.
That was a big one. It was that training video from YouTube where they were just blowing stuff. It wasn't even a training video. Wasn't it this dude's personal YouTube channel where he'd set off?
No, they said it was some kind of training video for I think like the militia dudes or whatever.
I thought
or
that
something like that. It was like just, and you can hear the dudes in the background just laughing and shit.
I thought there was this guy down in Georgia, and he would set off tanninite. Isn't what that stuff's called? You can shoot it, put it tanninite or C4. There's a legal, explosive that you could use.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what he was doing. He's making YouTube videos. He's setting off these big
Well, I'm
explosions.
sure there's probably more of them, but
And then they can triangulate those explosions, right? If there's a loud enough bang that goes off, they know.
Local cops could do that shit.
Exactly. So they know exactly where it comes from. They can show up and be like, hey, what just blew up? So this guy, I don't know, I heard he had this YouTube channel, and the government, the FBI or the CIA was like, you can't film yourself blowing up all this stuff. And he's like, why? It's my property. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's not technically illegal. And they were like, you can't do it. I thought that's where they got the video. I thought it was this dude's private YouTube channel where he was just and they got busted for it because they were like, oh man, they were saying on the news that this was a foreign country, and it was some dude in Georgia that was setting off, explosives in his property, and that's what I thought I heard. But then you're like, no, it was a training video, and I'm like, I could have sworn that it was like, original story was this guy's YouTube channel.
Well, the original story was probably
exactly, and then
but
you get the second or third
this
one.
had people shooting too, but they had tracers in it. Now, when in any kind of military combat do you see fucking guys using tracers? On their guns, not the big explosion shit.
Right.
I mean, come on. And they ran with it. They ran with it, dude. Until they had, like, I think one of the Washington Post fucking blew it out or some shit like that. Like, no. And then, and the Washington Post hates conservatives. They hated to put that shit out. Oh, they hated to put that out. Dude, you want another burger? Take another burger, man. There's bags full of burgers.
Word, we got bags full of burgers. It's a
Fucking
Thanksgiving burger party.
Greg, you short cat, you want a fucking burger? What about Tori? You want a burger? If you still over there, Corey, pass that down. Little dickhead, you want a burger? That's what I'm calling Little D. I'm calling Little D. You want a burger, Tori?
What?
Fucking bro. Word.
Oh, I got me a few loose motherfucking cheesy tots at the bottom of the bag. Hell yeah.
What are we listening to tonight? What are the jams coming through? What have you guys been playing lately?
Greg be playing. We playing,
new?
Untitled shit. We playing DK shit. What we playing?
Yeah, we could play.
Just play some of John's shit.
Yeah.
Throw some of his jams up there. What time is it?
20 to 10.
20 to 10. Yeah, throw on some of John's shit. We gonna take a quick smoke break.
That sounds
And
like a
wolf
vibe.
down these burgers and we be the fuck back.
Talk about some aliens and shit. Give you some lowdown on some new.
No, see, I gotta stay away from the.
Oh, dude, I saw a UFO. I gotta tell you my UFO story. I might have the video still.
I gotta actually. I don't know if Google saved it. My daughter got a picture of a UFO over Liberty High School like 2 or 3 years ago.
Really?
And like she sent me this picture. It looked like just a cloud or like just white. I'm like, what are you sending me? You're at a football game. What the fuck are you sending me this
Right.
for? And then she's like, zoom in on it. And I zoomed in on it. It was a fucking saucer, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah?
And then, I think I might have posted it on Facebook at the time. And everybody's like, oh, it could be a drone. It could be this. It could be that. First of all, it was daylight. You didn't notice what the fuck a drone was. Second of all, over the fucking football game, maybe I could understand.
Right.
But that was too fucking high up in the air. Then somebody said maybe a military drone because we got the military bases. Okay, Then what the fuck is a military drone doing over a kid's fucking football game?
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, that's close. I mean, I've seen a lot of weird shit in the air, but I am a firm believer that the first thing that anybody asks you if you saw a UFO was, were you smoking or were you drinking? And I am always high. So I can't validate anything to anybody. So,
I cannot validate any UFO videos
Yeah.
myself personally.
So, if I was sober and I saw all this shit, totally different. I'd be like, that was a fucking UFO. But, until
Definitely
that day
saw
comes.
one. It was over Nelson's Ledges Raceway in Garrettsville.
Oh, shit.
I was playing a show. It was like the water polo tournament, so it was August 4th, right? And I wasn't drinking because I had all that gear on me, right, to drive, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to take the gear home and then maybe come back out and come camping or whatever. So I'm driving home, and it's late at night, and you know that racetrack, like the Nelson's Raceway?
Yeah.
I, see these lights in the sky, and I'm all confused. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, I'm going to pull over here, and I ended up pulling over in the raceway. And I got some videos of it, but it's definitely hard to tell at night. But it was just basically two lights, and I was like, are they Chinese lanterns? It's really hard to tell with stuff like that.
Dude, there's a lot of UFO sightings. Well, the light UFO sightings around Ohio, especially
Like the
up
light
by
ships.
Erie and shit like that. They're just balls. I was watching the UFO thing today, like 100 UFO sightings that were filmed. And the one that I've never seen, like I've seen pretty much all of them, that they all look the same. There was one that I've never seen anything like before. They put on like a light show, and it was like almost like a DNA helix.
Oh yeah.
Like it was blinking DNA helixes through the sky, and then it would stop, and then it would do it again, and they weren't like the normal colors, like they were kind of like pastel-y like colors,
like light orange or
like they were like light purples and light blues and greens and shit like that. And then it totally blanked out for a couple seconds, and you can hear the guys in the background like, "What the fuck is that? What's going on?" And then it comes on again, but then it was like a whole different, like weird looking shape with the lights. It was crazy. I've never seen that one. You know, all the ones like the diamond ones are the ones that merge together and light bulbs and all that other shit.
That's what this is. You can see sort of the fence in the foreground. There was definitely 2 lights there, and it was 3. It ended up being 3 lights.
Now that's up in the air or level?
That's up in the air.
I was gonna say maybe if it was level, they could have been orbs. You know, that could have been some paranormal shit.
No, they were way up over there. There's just no depth because it's so dark. Which is
That
what
was
was a
really
bummer
something
about
there
it.
though, man. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I know,
Definitely weird.
Well, I don't know. Like, we'll get to the back. We'll get to more of the stories when we get back. Let's just take this smoke break.
Word.
Hit the switch.
higher. You ain't funky, stupid, junkie. OD, head rush, bad trip, too much. OD, head rush, bad trip, too much. Overdrive, head rush. Overdrive, head rush. There ain't no reason when it's in season. Forget what you heard, she spreads the word. About an OD, about a head rush, about a bad trip, about a too much. OD, head rush, bad trip, too much. Overdrive, head rush. Overdrive, head rush. Overdrive. Gypsy woman down in Tunica Way asked for her advice. She shot me that evil eye. Don't dare ask her twice. Do what you gotta do. Listen to what I say. Do what you gotta do. Hey, if you wanna play. Appeared to me a voodoo child, asked for a lucky charm. Conjured up that magic spell, careful this could do you harm. Do what you gotta do. Listen to what I say. Do what you gotta do. Hey, if you wanna play. Spoke to a fortune teller, asked about tomorrows. Things might work out well, but not without some sorrows. Do what you gotta do. Listen to what I say. Do what you gotta do. Hey, if you wanna play. Sat with the mystics of the Lily Dale, not much else to say. Namaste. Do what you gotta do. Listen to what I say. Do what you gotta do. Hey, if you wanna play.
Six on the west side lost his daughter for a decade. Listen now to what he said. Ever since she come home, my kid can't sleep. Won't go outside, don't wanna eat.
Forgotten children, the sun shines on you. Whoa, whoa, forgotten children, the survivors cry for you.
Subsidized housing, Lower East Side. Kisses the kids, sends them up to bed. Hears the AK rounds popping outside. Runs upstairs, screams into the night.
Oh, forgotten children, the sun shines on you. Whoa, forgotten children, the survivors, we mourn for you.
3 teens cruising home late from a party. It's getting near dawn. The driver starts to hurry. She weaves to the left. She swerves to the right. They flip into the pond, sink out of sight.
Forgotten children, the sun shines on you. Whoa, forgotten children, the survivors cry for you.
Scrawny young punk strolls cocky into court. The word killer scribbled across his t-shirt. He raises his hand and with a twisted smile says, "This is the gun I used to kill your child."
Forgotten children, the sun shines on you. Whoa, forgotten children, the survivors, we mourn for you.
They're making you promises that they can't keep. Showing you images make you feel like a creep. Make believe that it's all so normal when it's so surreal that it's just abnormal.
Forgotten children, the sun shines on you. Whoa, forgotten children, the survivors, we mourn for you.
Goes out walking late at night. Heavy coat and a combat knife. Cross the bridge looking for a fight. You'll never leave me alive. 6-cent blade to an old gun pipe. Draws it quickly, takes a They call him the creeper. Here comes the creep.
mustering up all the strength you can borrow. They might call you crazy. You may be a freak, but riding out that monster wave's just the only thing you see. Deep blue rises. Waves. 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 Washing over me. Release the Kraken. Come on now, you're in it to win it. Don't give up because the sky is the limit. We'll see how much you're committed. Everything, cause it's time to deliver. Now that you're on it, maybe time to rip it. Get down, cause it's time to hit it. Come on everybody, one more time, get with it. Waves.
And we are fucking back. And we went from politics to UFOs to orgies with people that you don't want to have sex with.
Rock and roll. You gotta respect the process, really. I mean, honestly, it didn't sound that terrible. But anyways, we were going to talk about, what did you guys think of the new album? Did you guys like it?
Oh, it's pretty fucking
It's
fat.
pretty rock and roll. It's almost a year out, so thanks for fucking playing it for everybody on the air. Hope you guys liked it. I gotta do the shameless plug, man. Go download it. If you listen to music, you can get us on Spotify. You can listen to these guys on YouTube and hear the album again. You can listen to it anywhere if you love the music. We got like half a dozen albums out there. Download them onto your phone or onto your car, or wherever people listen to music nowadays. And we have some CDs left, so.
Fucking A, yeah. Check your shit out. Always support your local peoples, man. Always, 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 always. So, you ever been in any orgies where like, you just didn't want to fuck any people?
No. If that, no. I mean, no. I just make my decision. This way, I make my decision. No. I mean, there have also obviously been times in life where you just say no. You're like, no, thank you. If you're blacked out, and I guess that's one thing. But no, I don't usually black out drink. And sometimes you just say no.
See, I don't think I just said no. I think I was an asshole. And I was just one of them ones where, look at that fat bitch. She thought she was sexy when she came out here, and that Asian looks like her eyes ain't Asian. They look more Down syndrome-y. Shit like that. And there goes Corey Cobain. Who cares? Hairless Steve, he misses you.
That's just terrible.
He misses you, Hairless Steve.
You just said that's terrible.
Did you and Hairless Steve ever hook up?
No. I told you I didn't want to.
Oh, no, you told me you was going home with that bitch.
No. She wanted me to. She was trying to get me in the alleyway on the way back down to the bowling alley.
It looked like
we had
God
this conversation
maybe
like 5
put
times.
his dick right up on her nose.
I don't know what happened.
Good
I
old
ain't even
ugly
mean for that to happen. I
Look,
said
it was
hello. I said hello.
So somebody just slapped her right across her face, and then she was born.
And then she was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, hair lip Steve. You know, she wasn't bad looking, but she just
No, you
had
said
to
you
get
seen her on
a
a date?
You got to get like past the Joaquin Phoenix face. You know.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the Van Allen belt earlier and whether or not we believe that actually existed. What the fuck?
Not the Van Allen belt, the Kuiper belt.
The one where people say we can't get through because of
Yeah.
radiation?
No, the Van Allen belt's radiation. The Kuiper belt is the fucking chunks of shit that's supposedly
That's
surrounding the Earth.
That's what they said that the astronauts went through, and that's what caused the loss in bone density. Is that they're little, like, microscopic radio particles?
Yeah, but none of the original astronauts went through that shit. The original astronaut, fucking Buzz Lightyear or whatever the fuck his name is still fucking punching out fucking reporters, man. You know?
He is. Well, he's a true American hero.
You know what I'm saying? And he said some weird shit too. The shit he said to the little black girl in the interview, man, was kind of odd. Like, the little girl, like, said, why didn't you go to the moon or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Or why didn't you go back to the moon? No, she said, why didn't you go to the moon? And he just started kind of like, almost seemed nonsensical.
Mm-hmm.
But if you did the background, like if you were into the UFO shit, you know that he was saying something. He kind of implied that he was supposed to, and it didn't happen, or it didn't take place the way they said it happened, or some shit like that, and he was pissed off about it. But then, like, you know, he's been in space. He's been to the moon. You know, there's other times because he went up more than once.
Mm-hmm.
But he talks about them other things, and he talks about the other shit that he saw, and then he'll just kind of like, no, we ain't talking about that. But did you see when he punched out the fucking reporter?
I did. I think I saw that. The guy deserved it,
that
though,
was
didn't he? What did he say? You were never
got
going to the moon.
right in
Called
his
him a
face
liar.
and called him like. Told him he wasn't an American hero.
And he isn't. That's why I said he is an American hero, and you can't just say
This
that.
old man fucking came out the tall grass and was like, "Bah!" Knock that motherfucker on.
And what are
his
you gonna
ass.
do when Buzz Aldrin punches you in the nose? Are you gonna call? Like, I mean, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
You just fucking. Your mom comes from wherever the fuck she's at
And shakes his hand.
She looks at you and grabs you by your ear and says, "Sorry, Mr. Aldrin," and you know.
And she says, "Go to your room," and Buzz Aldrin takes her out for a drink. Is probably what happens.
Probably
'cause he's a
slaps
real
her in
American
the
hero.
face with his cock. This is what you get for raising an ignorant fucking son, dumbass.
The real Captain Kirk
Yeah.
is
Fucking
Buzz
A.
Aldrin. Yeah, astronauts are they're the shit. They really are. A lot of people nowadays.
A lot of them astronauts
there's the
that
big.
report weird shit, dude.
That's what you were saying, like the space snake.
Yeah,
that was
not
interesting.
only the space snake, but there's like 3 other entities that I think was it the Asians or the Russians think that are angels, but they're fucking huge. They said they're huge, but they have like a humanoid-looking form to them, but they're light, and they come in 3s, and they only come every once in a while. And I mean, they didn't say whether there were specific coordinates or whatever. But again, man, the more and more like I've listened to some of these, like the cosmonauts and shit and all that, and from different. I mean, because you know, people like to just think, you know, the Americans are the only one that went to space, and the Russians here and there, and you know, every once in a while you hear about an Asian, and them motherfuckers are doing all kind of bad shit. You know, you want to talk about fucking, you know, global warming and climate change? That's all fucking bullshit. Nothing nobody is going to do on this earth is going to help until somebody does something about the fucking second sun that the fucking Asians are putting up next year. Did you hear about that? The second fucking sun. Now, that's supposed to point at one particular place to help out, but think about that.
How are
that
they going to
bitch
put a
is gonna be in
second sun
orbit.
in the sky? What?
Oh, they're putting a nuclear reactor in the sky. And they're starting plans on a second moon, which is going to fuck up the tides.
That's a lot. That's really a lot.
Yeah, those are the fucking Asians. But, you know, fucking throw away the straws, stop eating cows, stick up a bunch of windmills that are killing thousands of birds a fucking day. You know, none of that is going to mean dick when you got a fucking another sun. Another sun. You know, talk about global
2
warming.
suns and 2
Talk
moons.
about global fucking warming.
That's a new one. I haven't heard about the second one. I was saying that the
I've
other
been
day, though.
reporting on it
China
for
is...
like, 2-3 years now? When I first fucking brought
How are
it
they
up.
going to... It's going to be like a Death Star? Are they going to send the pieces up there and
No,
build
it's
them?
already built. It's a gigantic nuclear reactor that once they get it so far into the sky, they're gonna set it off, and it's gonna boom, be a new sun. There's no off switch to that. There's no. And again, it's got to be in orbit, or what happens? It drops.
And if it drops,
it's it's destroyed. It's a gigantic bomb that's fucking hitting the Earth
somewhere. Interesting. No, that one I haven't heard about.
Oh yeah.
Do you think they'll get away with it?
I watched the videos on it. They got nice little walkthrough videos. Like it's like a company. Look at this, look at this, look at the reactors and all this shit. Oh yeah, dude.
How big is the thing?
It's. I mean, to look at it through them filming it, it doesn't look big. But then you realize these people are walking around in it.
Right. So it's like a Death Star.
Yeah.
And how are they going to get it in the air?
Well, yeah, what if that shit, something happens and it falls and
attaches it? Yeah, all kind of bad shit can fucking happen, dude. The just getting it up in the air, like you said, that is going to be the one task. And then wait a minute. Again, like we go back to the whole Kuiper belt and the Van Allen belt. We got the rocks and the radiation. But the Asians can get through all this shit no problem. The Asians is putting all kinds of... And Elon Musk.
That's what I was going to say. What about Elon Musk? He himself...
Elon got the key. He got a fucking ride just chilling in space.
He did figure out how to get rockets to be reusable. He can land them on an aircraft carrier. That's pretty impressive. I mean, you don't need a whole nation if you can land on an aircraft carrier and launch from an aircraft carrier.
Already, if it isn't already there. They already have the whole workup and shit where they're... Instead of taking... The biggest problem is taking oxygen. And having oxygen there and fuel and shit. Mm-hmm. So what they're going to do is ship rockets there with the parts to build a oxygen generating and fuel generating substation, in components. So once the fucking astronauts get there, they put the fucking thing together, and with minimum, weight or anything, and pretty much they got a fucking Lego building to go chill in there. They make their own oxygen. They make their own fuel. They're going to have some kind of fuel reserve. And then at that point, they could have a limited fuel reserve. If they're dropping off components, they could drop off supplies.
So how does that work then? Are they just going to have like a self-sufficient space station that creates its own resources?
It's already there. I mean, the Asians, just from what we know about the Asians now, they're farming cotton there. Well, how are they farming cotton on the moon? They have to be there. People got to be there.
There would have to be oxygen. There would have to be oxygenated greenhouses.
There have to be all kind of shit there.
There would have to be sunlight. So, I mean, not necessarily there would have to be sunlight. I guess it could be like some sort of hydroponics setup.
Yeah, the lake could be
But why? Why would you want to grow cotton on the moon? Like what?
I'm sure cotton isn't just the only thing they're growing.
That doesn't make any sense.
Isn't that kind of ironic that America started off with the whole cotton picking and now the moon is?
I don't understand at what
There's going to be the new Asians and racism, cotton picking.
I mean, denim isn't that high of a commodity. I don't know if anything is a high enough commodity to justify growing it on the moon and then shipping it back.
Aliens eat fucking cotton. Yeah. We grow cotton for them. They let us fucking build a mini mall or the iPads.
They're still not going to make the money back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories, but I am more inclined to believe that the moon itself is made of cheese than that the Chinese are growing cotton on the dark side of it.
Oh, dude, this is real reports. But see, here's another issue with the moon, though. There's no reasoning why the moon should gong like a fucking bell, but it does.
How do you know?
There's been all kinds of documentation.
Yeah, I do believe the moon is hollow. I've heard that a lot of times. The moon is a hollow structure.
Like a space base.
Essentially,
and I always thought
it's
that
a
was
terraformed.
Fake. I always thought that the whole hollow moon and that was an alien base or whatever base. Mm-hmm. I always who fucking believes that? But then now the Asians are making a fucking moon, so I mean now that becomes
I'd be
plausible.
more inclined to believe that the moon itself was hollow. That makes more sense. I have seen different videos on that, and basically they just say it doesn't make any sense. The composition of the moon itself doesn't necessarily lend itself to a natural composition.
Dude, there's fucking, I forget who the millionaire is, but I don't know if he already got it up and running, but I'm pretty sure he got his equipment there already. But he's starting a mining operation on a comet. Or something that's floating around, just a piece of chunk of debris that's floating around in space, but it is filled with billions and billions of dollars in gold and platinum and palladium and silver and all kind of these fucking crazy minerals. Just this chunk.
I think that I don't know. Maybe, possibly. I mean, it sounds like the Sorcerer's Stone, because I mean, I would assume that most of the things that come out of space are like generally like iron and other non-valuable materials. I mean, we don't necessarily, but maybe that's what ends up hitting Earth in a meteorite chunk. You know, I don't know if like you could have a meteorite that was nothing but like a ton of precious metal.
That's
or a million tons of
said
precious
it, but
metals.
This dude actually made it there to mine it. I don't know if he's mining it yet, but I think he's selling stocks in that shit.
What's the dude's name?
We'll Google it.
That sounds ridiculous.
Dude.
He's selling stocks in his mining.
I think that's how. I think
That's how Alien started.
That's how I think it's funding the whole, operations or whatever.
Did you hear what he just said, man?
What?
Yeah, I think that's how Alien started. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's pretty much almost like exactly how Alien
Space
started.
mining. And then the shareholders were like, you know what we should do? We should bring back alien life forms for the government. And they're like, let's do that.
We could sell them. We could sell them. Make money.
Exactly.
We'll put them in the people fucking jail. That'll hold them.
I'm pretty sure, that's what they say, right? Is that's why we haven't been approached by any alien civilizations yet, is because we haven't advanced past a class 3 civilization. Basically, inclined to war and other resource battles, which is why, other alien entities and planets don't necessarily want us traveling, because they know that we're pretty much just going to start wars and try and steal resources.
See, I kind of believe that, but in a way it's kind of horseshit, because, a lot of these, if they exist, alien life forms may be more advanced in certain areas. Mm-hmm. But there's also areas where they're not. Just like there's a lot of areas where humans are definitely deficient, but a lot of areas where humanoids, are. Like, I mean, if you really look into the so-called abductions and all that shit, they need us for breeding. We have superior breeding genetics and reproduction shit. Whereas all the aliens, apparently something ain't right, because, they're fucking us or letting us fuck them.
Wait.
They're still in eggs. They're still in sperm. The butt probes, we don't even know what the fuck that's about. I mean...
That's just,
that might just be...
We have no idea why they do that. I don't know. I was really kind of always, I guess, maybe under the assumption that most aliens were either interdimensional or like luminous in their bodies, because you can't travel through space.
I don't think
you can't travel through space and time. That's sort of the problem, right? Is like, I mean, even if there's not a Van Allen belt, if there's going to be other particles in space and meteorites and chunks of stuff and stars, so you can't really go like 10 million miles through space in the amount of time it would take to survive the trip. So if these UFOs can appear instantaneously from across the galaxy to onto our planet,
it's interdimensional.
They would either be doing it, interdimensionally, which isn't through space and time, but through like some sort of wormhole, or they would have like luminous bodies that were made of light, so that's why they could travel at the speed of light and not be destroyed.
They're fucking scrapping the whole speed of light thing now. I don't even know how that works, but yeah.
They're scrapped. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but they scrapped the speed of light thing. Hold on, let me take that out of my notes. God damn it, my whole argument.
Yeah. And
it was all relative.
What does that is the whole black, dark matter shit that they're trying to, they're finding or working out with or whatever, and the quantum physics and with the quantum computers now, the whole. Like the wormhole thing, the interdimensional thing, supposedly is possible now. The quantum computers are doing it. The first quantum computers were ripping 3 to 6. Remember when I brought this up when they first started doing it? 3 to 6 holes into different dimensions at a time and grabbing their resources, and that's what they were using to compute or whatever. They broke it all down. There was a bunch of videos on it. And
it was a wormhole, but it was a digital wormhole?
No, these were real deal. They're cutting into different dimensions. Digitally, like the computer is doing it, but it is cutting into different dimensions. Now, we don't know if there's things are closing it. They never said anything like that. They don't know what happens to them holes when they get whatever the fuck out of them, and they are random. They don't even know what dimensions they're fucking grabbing shit from.
What are they grabbing? Data?
Data, I guess, they just said resources. Like, it was very vague on that end. That's what makes it kind of scary.
I've heard
because
about
there was
things
only
like that.
3 of them at the time that I watched the last video I watched. There was only 3 of them. Google owned one. There was one in Berkeley, and I forget where the fucking other one was. I think it's in Asia or some shit like that. But I guess they're so easy to make now that they figured out whatever the dynamic. Like the dude who invented it and invented the technology quit doing it. Like he backed out of the company. Said shit was bad. He don't know what's gonna come through. Nobody knows what's gonna come through. They made him sound like a whack job, and he was just telling the truth. He built the shit.
Right.
But they're so easy to make. Like by the time they make, I mean, they're steady up in the holes, the chips. Like each chip tears so many holes. So I mean, these things are just ripping holes in the fabric of fucking reality, pretty much. And it sounds science fiction, but it's really fucking happening. And you don't know what's gonna happen after that. And there's more and more of those. But being that we have that technology, there's no, that whole like interdimensional jumping, whereas it's gonna be, we could go from Earth to Mars in a like that. It ain't gonna be no big deal.
Right.
Isn't going to be a big deal. But the whole thing about the whole quantum computers, and I think this goes back into our mining and shit of the asteroids and all that shit. What they need to keep these things going and for these computers to function, it has to be an absolute zero or something below absolute zero, which is colder than space.
Right.
And the only chemical on Earth that can do what it needs to be done is helium-3. Now, there's like a very, very scarce amount of helium-3 on Earth. But, do you know where like the whole planet is covered of it?
Really?
Now, they already have them, and and this shows you how people just don't watch the news to cover their own bullshit. They already do a mining operation for helium-3. So that means we're already there at Mars. There's a shuttle that orbits, and what they do is it's very rudimentary. But what they do is they drop these basically collectors onto Mars. And they collect, they fill with the gas or whatever. I'm sure there's other gases and shit in there, but they'll have to filter out. And they, like, expand these balloons, and these balloons float up. Now, mind you, balloons that go through atmosphere, not only pressure, but heat. Carrying a tank full of helium and other gases. Just think about that. Our space shuttles fucking bake going through atmospheric pressure. Somebody's lying there. So they're collecting up this helium-3, and it goes back in the shuttle, and it comes back to Earth. Now, for that to be feasible, for that to be economically and financially feasible, that cannot be a fucking 4-year goddamn trip back and forth. That's
Right.
4 years there, 4 years back. That's 8 fucking years. There's no fucking way. Because even if you, in 4 years, even the amount of time that you have there.
Right.
Because you're not accounting for the time that you got to collect that shit. Even if it's a fucking day. Fucking 8 years in a goddamn day.
Right.
You still got to collect
Non-stop.
up all this shit. That heavy ass shit. Now you got to bring back through our atmosphere.
Yeah, it's
That shit is
definitely
there's
could be
a
wormholes.
more-
There's something that we're not necessarily being told about space travel.
Well, yeah. And then not only that, but the whole, like I was saying earlier, the whole Space Force thing pretty much makes the whole real alien UFO thing null and void. Because
Right.
now everything in the fucking air is us.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's a UFO. That's fucking, it's got Nagasaki written on the side of it.
Right.
That's their new fucking, we don't know the name of it. It's unidentified
don't know.
flying Asian craft.
We don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I've seen light ships before. I mean, I think that It's hard to say, you know. I mean, I'm generally more along the lines that, you know, some alien beings are definitely interdimensional and don't really have time and space as a factor. But then we also have, like, the factor of what can humans do in space. And those are almost two different, you know, those are... At some point they come together, but at some point, you know, those are two different...
Well, see, there's some theorists that say that the atmosphere, especially on the moon, is breathable. Now, there's other scientists say that you go out into space and you're crushed by the pressure, and
I mean, yeah, there's a vacuum, a cold.
There's no air. You know,
everything will get ripped out of your eye sockets.
You're supposed to
turn
freeze
inside
and
out,
all that type
freeze.
of shit there.
You'd expand and then ice burn,
But
and then
there's
float in the
other-
void. Into the void.
There's other like theories that say that shit don't happen.
That's what you were saying, that
float away stuff.
that space has space snakes and music and light, and I
That's
don't.
weird. That's
very
very weird.
bizarre.
And to hear a fucking like
An astronaut say that?
astronaut say it. Like to have some scientists.
Who
say
said that? Buzz Aldrin?
No, there was a whole list of them. I watched. I think it's Brightside.
Right on.
It's they do lists of different like shit like that. There's the 10 scariest things that an astronaut ever said or did on an interview, and shit like that. 10 haunted houses, all that.
Right.
Dude,
There's the
fucking
10 craziest things. Interesting.
Dude, just
And you would tend to want to
said,
believe Buzz Aldrin or other, you know, other astronauts when they say something weird's going on.
Did you see the interview with Aldrin when he left Antarctica, and he said like it was some kind of weird fucking like apocalyptic type shit, like get off the Earth type shit.
Which I don't know where we'd go.
And he thought he was gonna die, and then all of a sudden he was still alive. There was a big shit about that too with
Clones.
the
That could be
Arca,
clones, but clones is a whole nother episode.
The
Clones is a whole nother episode.
clones?
Yeah.
Dude, there's doppelgangers everywhere, man.
Yeah, we can't even. That happens more often than not.
I think Zuckerberg is a doppelganger of a reptilian.
Yeah.
You ever watch that motherfucker's videos? There is he got some kind of drug that ain't been out yet.
He's got something that ain't been out yet.
Yeah, he is fucking snorting fucking El Chapo's fucking blood or something. Man. You know, he done fucking got Tony Montana's original DNA and is snorting it.
Tiger's blood. Honestly, I think when it comes to who was the highest, Charlie Sheen.
Dude, Charlie Sheen pulled
He
a fucking
was
Magic
winning.
Johnson.
Honestly,
That dude's a beast.
honestly, yeah, he smoked so much crack that the AIDS left his body.
It just said, fuck you, dude.
It was like, I'm not doing
I ain't
this.
doing this, man.
I'm not doing this. I don't understand.
I put in for this, man. It was just
And
one night.
He just, like, they just put him away like the Kennedy's little sister, man. They just like, you know what? He's not part of the Estevez family or whatever.
Nope.
It was his brother Emilio,
None of the
and then
Sheens or
none of the
nothing.
Sheens and
Because
none
his
of it.
dad is like one of them prestigious actors.
Martin
you know?
Sheen.
He's one of those, like, president. He played the president.
He is a prestigious actor who played the president, and then now, because of his son's ridiculousness, his last name is street slang for crack cocaine. You doing that, Charlie Sheen? No, I'm not. Wow, God, man, you really let yourself go. 2.5 Men's been over for a while. No, thank you.
Dude,
So,
Charlie Sheen is winning. Like, I'd vote for him for president.
so the theme.
That motherfucker has looked at the devil, smoked crack with them, and came back and told the story with no consequences.
Yeah, because the devil probably kicked him out. You know,
No, it's just like,
him
dude,
and
I
Keith
can't do
Richards.
this no more.
Yeah,
It was just like, I'm gonna chill here with AIDS.
I'm gonna chill here with AIDS, and you go back up to Earth. And yeah, we can't do this anymore. We are staying here. We're having a relationship without you. Go back out, Charlie Sheen. And you know what? At that point, you woke up and you realized what was happening, which is
He
always a good
clicked
time.
his heels.
Thanks for letting me come over and like listen to some music with you guys.
Fucking hey, man.
It's Thanksgiving time.
You're more
Happy
than fucking
Thanksgiving.
welcome anytime you
Yeah.
want, man.
Heck yeah.
So, do you
Yeah.
got anything coming up? Any shows? Anything
The
like
next show is December 14th. It is a Saturday night. It's at Eurogyre in Akron, Canton. We're playing with our buddies Ride the Vibe. There's a couple other bands on the bill. And I'm always sharing that stuff on Facebook and trying to get the word out there for people. But it's going to be a good time. That's our last show scheduled. And then, like I said, we're going to get the album out. And I have 2 shows in the Akron-Canton area scheduled for March, which I'm pretty excited for. I think it's like the 28th and the 29th. We're going to be out there. But those, I guess, we'll put together a little bit later. And we're getting the band together, and we're... recording the new record. My buddy Joe Briggs that records on the album is in Colorado right now, hanging out and playing music, getting out of town for the winter and going to another spot. So I got people filling in. My buddy Sean Motes, he has this thing called Mozart online. He does pen and ink drawings, and he hangs out at festivals.
Sweet.
Plays the drums. So I got him coming in there. So we always have as many musicians as possible. I want to play in Youngstown, though. If anybody in Youngstown wants to do a show, hit us up. I haven't played in Youngstown in like 3 years, and I swear everyone's, we're always out, Akron, Canton, Kent, maybe sometimes Cleveland. But if anybody's got something going on in Youngstown, hit us up.
Fucking A.
Hell yeah. We'll plan a party or something.
Post that shit on our Facebook page, and we'll make sure we get the word out. Always.
Hopefully a New Year's party. We're thinking about doing a New Year's party maybe in Kent. But I got to get maybe another band and a promoter and some sound system and a club, so the whole thing needs to come together. But it's not infeasible. A lot of people said they were down for it. So if you guys know anything, not doing anything for New Year's, hit us up.
All right.
Hey, trying to have a party.
Fucking A.
Yeah, but it's the night before Thanksgiving. Be safe out there if you guys are driving around or getting drunk. Don't be doing both.
Yeah, there's Boober out there.
There is Boober.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those nights where you never know what you're going to get into. You got family in town, you got people around, you got aliens in outer space.
Maybe.
Maybe. After all that, we're gonna get a maybe. That's fine. That's how my nights.
I honestly think at this point, we're pushing them out. We're
pushing them out.
they're going, it's like the black folks say the white folks did to them, or the Indians.
Push them out.
The humans are pushing out the aliens. They're going to our oceans, dude.
I believe it.
That's where the crazy shit has been happening.
The oceans.
It hasn't been in the sky anymore. It's in the fucking, there ain't supposed to be shit in the water right there. And there's shit not only flying out the water, but there's lights and all that type of shit there, too.
USOs.
Yeah.
Unidentified submerged objects. Yeah. All right, so we got 2 shows coming up. Next one is Clones, and then Mysteries of the Deep.
Fucking A.
Heck yeah.
You headed out, man?
I am. I'm going to head out. Thanks for having me in.
Yeah,
Thanks for
You're more than welcome to come anytime you want, bro.
Hell yeah, guys. We'll be back soon.
We're going to take a break and see Dante out, and then we'll be right back and finish up the show with y'all.
Rock and roll.
Just the best. I'll make it too. No, I'm going to the The reason is, I'm going to the No. Very rarely do I have female stuff. Talk to the kid.
for you.
Is that all we can It's that. No, that blue girl for the stitches. Are you going to lay down with me a little bit?
Around here, Cat.
Oh, yeah. We back?
Yep.
We motherfucking back. All right, ladies and gents, we're gonna wrap this up here. I'd like to give a big thank you to John. Yeah, woo, the buzz. Hey, look, this funky sake, and they got a motherfucking buzz. I might have to start sapping on this rice wine a little bit more often. Yeah, I mean, I ain't even got that little belly burn that you get from the Jack after you drink fucking a bottle or two of it. Yeah, you get a nice floaty buzz. You
Yeah.
feel like you walking on air.
I was just thinking like that too, right when you said that.
When I was coming upstairs, I was like, wait a minute, this feels kind of
Good.
weird.
This is so awkward.
It's like you smoke like a fat blunt and some fluffy. You walking on some fluffy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, big thank you to John Dante. Check out his new album, his old album, all this shit. Go to his Facebook page and what do you say? Spotify? He's on Spotify too.
YouTube, SoundCloud, all that.
Yeah,
good shit.
check him out. Shout out to all our local people. DK, Paul Goon, Little Yellow Bus. All the bands and shit like that there. John said he got a few shows coming up, and he also trying to find a lot of local people. He'd like to get something going on here in Youngstown. So if any local guys want to get together with John, either give us a holler or give him a holler directly. What else we got going on here? It is the night before Thanksgiving, like John said. It's one of the worst nights for getting pulled over. So you guys, if you're out there partying or whatever, be safe.
Yeah, be safe no matter what you do.
Yeah, do it responsibly. Or at least put a fucking helmet on.
Yeah, there's all kinds of options out there. You got Uber, Lyft, all that shit, cabs.
I like mine better, the boober. Find you a big girl with big titties and just go home with her. Boober. You ain't gotta fuck her, you just boober. Just rub it on her boobs.
Like, I'm done.
I'm quick, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You ever see American Pie?
Yeah.
Can you take me home now? But yeah, y'all be safe and have a happy Thanksgiving from Upside Down Studios.
Yep.
We out.